Hi, my name is Sai Devalapalli. I am a B2B marketing strategist and technologist. I'm here to talk about why and how predictive analytics is going to be the vehicle for making or saving money using big data for enterprises. A lot of enterprise IT groups are deploying Hadoop appliances and gathering data from known enterprise data sources. And then they're looking around for use cases that justify the investments. Only recently is the business thinking in big data analytics industry starting to mature. So people are starting to ask, what is the business problem we're trying to solve? What are the use cases and what are the data assets? So the question is, data-driven decision making has been around for quite some time. So is the additional value from collecting more data really worth the investment? I believe that competitive pressure among B2B and B2C enterprises will force enterprises to leverage the data to not only understand the past, but also to predict the future. Let's think about this for a second. Almost any business problem can be modeled as a balance between demand and supply and price. So if a company wants to increase market share, it has to predict the demand and fine-tune the supply to match it. If it wants to increase its margins, it would have to predict the demand and fine-tune the price. So if a company is able to predict demand more accurately and ahead of time and take actions promptly, it's able to balance the demand and supply and price equation better than its competition. So if you start thinking along these lines, then articulating the return on investment on predictive analytics use cases becomes more easy. As a business, you have to ask yourself, if I am able to predict the demand with X% confidence or accuracy and N number of months ahead of time, what does that mean to me in terms of cost savings or added revenue? In my mind, that's how you build the business case for use cases around predictive analytics. Now, what this all means is that not only do you need an analytics stack and a data lake and integrate your data sources, but more importantly than that, you need to have business tools that can take the potential performance characteristics of predictive models and turn around and provide things like cash flow information, return on investment, and other types of financial analysis. So let's come back to one point I made earlier about predicting business outcomes more accurately and ahead of time and taking actions promptly. If you want to predict business outcomes more accurately and ahead of time, first, you need to have an excellent domain knowledge of the business. Secondly, you need to have the quality metrics and data coming out of the enterprise systems. What that means is you have to put in hooks to generate useful data when you are actually building or transforming the enterprise systems, and not as an afterthought. Thirdly, you're going to need to triangulate among disparate data sources that may be owned by various organizational silos within the enterprise. For example, operations, marketing, engineering, supply chain, etc. Finally, I think the most important thing is to take action on the insights. Without action, you're not changing the business outcome. Sometimes you have to take actions promptly, for example, in near real time, like serving an ad or apologizing for poor service. These are the use cases where you need streaming analytics and not just streaming ingest. If predictive analytics is the answer for monetizing big data, why isn't everyone doing it in business today? Partly it's because, like we talked earlier, quality data may not be available from existing enterprise systems. There may be organizational issues around sharing and ownership of data. But more importantly, I think it's a matter of trust. Predictive analytics tries to predict business outcomes in the future based on decisions and actions you perform today, and based on, or it could also be based on actions that are not taken. The problem with this is business managers usually take decisions based on business intuition, not necessarily because an algorithm is telling them to do so. So regardless of how sophisticated and or accurate a predictive algorithm is or will become in the future, I strongly believe that business decisions will always be taken based on business intuition. So the role of predictive analytics is really to become a trusted advisor to the business owner. So the business owner calibrates his or her business intuition based on insights obtained from the data. But for this to happen, the business owner has to trust these insights, and a lot could go wrong. The data could be of poor quality. We may be deriving the wrong insights, or simply the insights may be hard to come by from the data. In this case, not taking any business action may actually be safer than taking a business action based on the wrong insights. So becoming a trusted advisor to business owners takes time. And in this case, time means business cycles. So what is a prediction in the current business cycle becomes historical information in the next business cycle. So a predictive analytics model has to be monitored and calibrated across multiple business cycles until the model gains the trust of business owners and management. When the industry matures in this thinking and these models get tested and calibrated over multiple business cycles, is when you will see predictive analytics being deployed more widely across industries, beyond just the few industries that have traction today, for example, financial services, insurance, etc. Thanks for watching.